Yep.
All right. Hello and welcome to today is December 12th. I'm your host Biz, coming at you live with co-founders Rennie and Andy. And we're here to talk market health. We're here to talk about that pump. I think we called the move in real time as that CPI data came through. And it was so funny too because once we killed the air, it handed us like the greatest buying opportunity with that immediate pullback, and and only to get immediately swallowed up. So that was pretty cool to see in real time. The only problem was that I wasn't anticipating that move, and I was actually anticipating a pullback, which didn't happen. But it was good to see the markets going up, and everyone's morale was quite positive yesterday. So without further ado, let's take a look at what the market health is suggesting today, and we'll take a look at some BTC chart action. So Rennie, let's hear it.
Yes, market health has gone up a little bit. In the 4 hours, it's now above 50 again. It's probably been a little bit higher today. Of course, the altcoins have been moving up and have corrected also a bit. 12-hour and 1 day still positive. Also, all the sectors except for the meme coin, it's still above 50, but not in the green, and it's lagging the other sectors. It has been outperforming the other sectors a couple of weeks ago, but now it's lagging. RSI is also above 50, which means that the momentum is still showing that the trend is up. If we go to our short-term trend, I believe that one has changed to positive. As we said, the trend is short-term trend is flip-flopping a bit, and that's because Bitcoin is actually looking for a direction, and you can see, we will see that in the chart shortly. Long-term trend has also been going up from amber to green, so that's a positive. But still, Bitcoin is trying to find a direction. Fear and Greed Index, I think it's up, 83, so that made a jump up. People getting greedy again. The Bitcoin chart. Well, yesterday we drew in this level here, the 1 hour break and the 15-minute hold. It touched it, but went through it, and it actually touched an old a 4 hour break level. So let me remove these here to clear up my chart a bit. And well, what's next for Bitcoin? Two possibilities. Either it breaks that break level, so it needs to touch that break level here, the 4 hour break level at the 100,1898, and then go through it. There's a whole 4 hour hold level that can hold it down, and there's another break level at 103,550 that needs to be broken for Bitcoin to make new all-time highs. But my personal idea is that Bitcoin is going to correct this move and hopefully find some support here before it attacks those levels and go through it.
You can hear,
that's my idea.
Yeah, you can almost hear the bull maxis screaming. That's a freaking bull fag.
Well, actually, it is more of an A, B, C, D, E pattern, and if this breaks, then that is basically, how you say that, not valid, and
Invalidates.
and then we probably will get. This is my preference. It doesn't mean that's going to happen, but that's what I think. There's a 4 hour break level that has turned in an origin level, so that's a
Good sign.
bit of a strong level that it also can pull back to. If these levels break, then yeah, the 90,000 comes into view again, and probably lower prices. But let's see, Bitcoin needs to show his true colors soon. So let's wait and see. There was a bit of news also. Let me see. The emerging markets. There's a lot of interest in the emerging markets in
No, this is
crypto,
too
as you
soon.
can see. South Africa. Sorry.
No, I was saying that if we start to see Nigeria and all these developing nations start to create be part of the infrastructure, then that ecosystem is starting to roll out pretty soon. In full swing.
Yeah. Well, they are basically starting to be front runners now. No?
Yeah.
Also, what is also very interesting.
Yo, Rennie.
Interesting.
Okay.
Ooh, getting rugged, I think.
Yeah. Rennie, you there? Okay. We're gonna have to switch it over.
As if it comes, yeah. In India, there's.
Okay.
Yeah, switch over.
Chief Economic.
Hey, yeah. Rennie, you're rugging, so
advisor calls for regulations that doesn't hinder crypto innovation, and India is a huge.
Yeah,
that's the problem when you're getting
really
rugged.
big for crypto.
You don't know you're getting rugged, right?
Yeah.
Rennie, we've switched screens because we lost you for quite a long period of time. So we've switched. We didn't know when you were coming back, so we've switched over to me. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but clearly there's an issue.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, we lost a lot of the last minute of what you were saying. So,
I said that Ukraine is also starting to put crypto regulation in place with tax exemptions. I don't know if you got India. India is also maybe going to let crypto in again, so that would be huge.
Wait, didn't India already launched its CBDC, or not? Not yet. Not yet. I thought I heard something about them launching it already.
But they are looking for, making it easier making crypto basically available again for the people in India, and that would be big because there are a lot of Indians now.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot.
For sure.
Big country.
Yeah.
So let me take over from here then. So the early part of the day, the alts were pushing up, and then Bitcoin started to have a pullback, as Rennie could see. Not huge yet, but so the alts kind of dropped as well. But certain coins here, Aave, Super, Uni only came in as a brand new juicy tip 5 hours ago. So that would be like 1500 hours our time. So that's 8 a.m. UTC. And Super's came in at 7 a.m. early today, and that's gone up as well. So Aave is in quite a few of our channels. It's gone up quite a lot in some of them. But this was, again, a new within. Let me just have a look at where it is in some of the other channels. It's 81% in the 12-hour top 40 by volume. But they're starting to move up again. So Aave would have had a dip during that dip, but it's kind of moving back up and getting more profit. So that's good to see. Within Zazook ourselves, we've had a couple of new juicy tips after losing many, but the stats are just about the same. Dropped a little bit down to 95.83 when some of the other juicy tips ended that had already got to like a high percentage, but still very, very good even in this market. News-wise, our little friend here.
Look at that sexy number.
Yeah, so it's not above it's 75 yet, but it's going back up according to these guys, which is kind of interesting. So some news also. I never ever thought I would be talking about Eric Trump on one of our streams, but here we go. So he was at some kind of conference and talking about, everybody knows BTC is going to 1 million, right? Not that he's got a vested interest and might make some money out of it, but yeah. So it's definitely everywhere now in the States. They're really pushing it. And again, to continue with what Rene was saying, Kenyan firefighters add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. So it's everywhere now, right? And it's kind of mainstream, and that's kind of good to know. So before I go to the charts, something that back to the liquidation data that we have, we're still now more longs than shorts. But I also noticed some really nice additions to the tools that we have down here on this page. This page has got all the kind of exchange liquidations, but you can go by, say, just BTC and click there. Hang on a second. And you get just BTC. You can do it by the hour. You can do it by 12 hours. So you get a picture of whether people are, let me just pick a coin here, DYDX, for instance, which is one that I traded. And then you can see that people are getting liquidated for shorting it. So you start to get a really good picture, and you can go exchange by exchange. So you can say pick Binance, and somebody was liquidated longing it as well. So these tools are really, really cool. To bring it up to this is the 1 week state. We are really flat now with leveraging. It's effectively all green, so that's a complete flushing out of the leverage traders has taken place, which is very, very cool. I've not refreshed this in a little bit, but as you can see, the RSIs are all creeping up. They're all creeping up, which is a good thing. But let me have a look. About 12 hours ago, about the same. Let's just do 1 hour. Some of them are falling back. But yeah, so on to my BTC stuff. Kind of today, it was like here when it opened. This dashed line, it was the price at the open of the day, and it's been bobbing down to this 236 retracement, and kind of just within this kind of band, really. And some of the alts suffered on the back of that, like, because when this goes down like 1% or 1.5%, the alts can go down 8, 10, depending on the alt. Some of them are quite resilient, but some of them aren't. If we go to others, yesterday I said, we had a spinning top and we need a good green candle with a strong body. We definitely got that. And we're in the green today as well. Even though we've kind of pulled back now, as you can see, the high of the alts have pulled back a good minus 2.87% since the start. How's it was earlier. The market health was of the 4 hours was well up to about 80 earlier today, and then when Bitcoin just had this little pullback here. They all dropped again quite suddenly, hence why others has had a pullback. What's interesting is a little exercise with the BTC dominance. This is the entire BTC dominance done on the yearly chart. So this is 2014, 15, 16, going to a bull run, 17 drops, 18 rises, 19, 20, going to a bull run, drops, 21, 22, 23, 24, and we're still green. So maybe 25 will be something like this.
Wow, that
maybe we're gonna
the 4-year thing, right? That would be on the 4th.
Yeah. So maybe we're nowhere near the bottom of the BTC dominance dropping back. And in other words, what this shows is that the cycle kind of definitely isn't over.
Oh man, this is
You
just
know,
feeding into that narrative when they released that that standardization, uh, the XRP ecosystem.
yeah, you can't let that go. That
I,
is on your
I'm
mind now,
definitely,
isn't it?
I'm definitely not. You know why? Because that whole DeFi summer, I missed that completely. I missed
All
the
right.
Axie wave. I missed the DeFi summer. Like this is one I cannot miss. I just can't. So,
No.
um, yeah,
Oh
there's just
no. I mean, we're in a good spot, I think. And I mean, BTC, as Rene was saying, it's trying to make a little move up now, which is why I just got a couple of alerts on the alts a couple of minutes ago. But it could go back up. Like Rene, there's a good chance I think it might come down and hang on a sec. It might come down and retest that before it goes. Who knows? We've already tested the 786, we've tested the 618, we've tested the 0.5. Maybe we need to retest this 382. Who knows before we fly? Or maybe we just fly from here.
I would love a test of the point 0.5.
Coin's cheap.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
that's
You
what.
feel like you've missed.
Yeah, because I missed yesterday's run, so I'm a little bitter.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. Let me move on to some of the alts. Let me take you back to Magic Eden, and of course that's done nothing. And you have to wonder with Magic Eden that as soon as everybody claims these ME tokens, they're just going to dump them, right? They're
Yeah.
just going to
Oh,
take the money.
he said thank.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If Boom is watching, thanks for the comment yesterday, and thanks for the follow, and I followed you back. So yeah, no, thanks for that. Yeah, so Emmy, I think so far that's where it came into BingX yesterday, if you remember, up here, and it's kind of trading in this range, and at the moment, it's gone down to the lower deviation of the VWAP, but primarily because it's going with Bitcoin now, right? So I suspect it'll start to have a little move up at some point. But totally not ready for me. I've started adopting this 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 4 conditions telling me how strong I think a trade is using the way I like to trade. And at the moment, this has got 0 out of 4 as a score. So it's not something I'm going to trade. But if we move on to this one, hang on a sec, I need to pull the chart in. That should have a piece of text telling me which chart to use. Oh, 4-hour chart, thank you. So this was a 4 out of 4 earlier. So it went above the VWAP. We're above the 200. We went above the 50. We had an in signal, a signal up. We also had a buy signal. So I took this trade and I didn't mess about really. Bitcoin was messing about, so I just did leverage and got out at a small profit. So that was good. Another one was on the 1-hour chart was Sushi. Now Sushi was a 4 out of 4. It got a buy signal, came up, went above the VWAP. When I noticed it, because I'd been busy doing some other stuff, it had already gone above the VWAP, but then the red candle. So I waited for another body above with the green candle, and then it shot up. And then I got out at about 15%. It went higher, but I wasn't bothered. And of course, since it's now going back with Bitcoin, it's retraced and is having another little move up. So there have been some trades today that have been pretty good, but the market is waiting on BTC now. It's waiting on BTC.
Yeah. Well, BTC's king. Can't ignore the king.
Yeah, right. We have to just wait and see what happens now. It tends to react more when the American market opens. It's kind of interesting, I've noticed in Asia that because I'm in Asia, in the morning it kind of can take a dip. It goes up a little bit, then it takes a dip when the Asian markets come in. And then when America comes in, depending on the mood, it goes back up, which is kind of what it did yesterday when we were down here. So
But
and then the report
yesterday's
came in.
yesterday's double bottom came in as you were getting your morning started, right? I was put
That was no, I was asleep when the double bottom happened. So that
Okay.
was the middle of the night for us. But by the time we woke up, it was about already. Yeah, it was having a little pullback. That was that was yesterday. So that was the start of the UTC day yesterday. Then it had that pullback. Then it went up. But there's been a lot of flushing out. You know, the smart money comes in and they look for these things like double bottoms, right? Because people will think, oh, double bottom, fantastic, and they'll set their stops kind of just down here beneath it. And then very often what happens is the smart money goes, I'm just going to tank you beneath that before I go back up, and I'll pick up that liquidity down there because you've all got your stop losses sat there. The same applies when you know, on the other way. If you're going above something, if someone's shorting it, they'll have their kind of stop loss up here, say like there, so hoping it's going to go down. The smart money takes them up, they get stopped out, and then they tank it down again. So it's I've been kind of watching quite a bit about that today, and it is true. It does appear to happen a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
if that's when I say when everyone's trading off the same resistance and levels or support levels, and they're setting their stops around there. I mean, all that is
Yep.
what do they call it? That's level 2 trading. They got access to that data. If they know how what that price is set at, I mean, they can easily move that price to trigger those stops, and then move it the other way. So.
Well, you can read the order books, you know, in via the APIs. So the big institutions, they know where everybody's buy ordering.
Can I jump in for a
Yeah.
second?
You can.
If you switch to my stream, am I?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
You're live. Oh,
Okay.
Nice rejection on that candle there.
Well, this was this 4-hour level. Remember here. Now, how do you know that it is getting rejected if you don't want to get in right away? You go to a smaller time frame, and this is the 3-minute. I'm not saying that it is now not going through that level. This is what you can do. You can see that it's get rejected here. It makes a lower high, and here it starts to make a lower high again. So my view, you know, this could break down, and if you want to have a position, a short position, for instance, and it works, of course, the other way around. And when you are seeing this on the bottom, then basically these 3 are higher lows. If you turn the chart around, and then you can say, okay, I've position here, and how much risk do I have if I would see? That's can't see it. Something
16.
It's like 0.6.
Yeah,
Or 0.62?
let's say 0.6. Yeah, it was a little more, I think. Yeah, 0.663. So that's a way of saying, okay, I want to get in, but I'm not sure of these levels. I don't know if this is going to hold or not. You're doubting it maybe. Then there's a second time that you can get in here, and there's a see if this really gets rejected. But in general, this is where you look for lower highs to go. I think I can invert the scale.
Oh.
Yeah. So if this would be your support
Sorry,
on the
Randy,
downside.
you want
Then
to
you can
you want to you want to repeat why you decided to invert the chart?
Yes, that's because it works both ways. Either on the top side, you look for higher or lower highs, and on the bottom side, you look for low.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So in other words, if you're used to longing and you see charts like you're able to see your entries, uh, um, you just invert the chart and treat it like a long, and then put it back to normal, and then you can place your short. If that helps.
Right. That maybe gives you a nice perspective. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but I have not the normal candle chart, but I have the the volume candle chart. So basically, what you see here is thicker and thinner candles, and that means that there's more volume in the thicker ones and less volume in the thinner ones. So maybe that's something that you want to use.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Interesting.
so you don't have the volume on underneath. You can if you zoom in, for instance, and becomes more obvious now. You see that here the more volume here in this area than there's in this area, and here of course stands out. Here it stands out. Here you got more volume, so it's easier to see where the volume comes in. Okay, that was it basically.
Sweet. Andy, before we close out, was there anything that you wanted to close out on?
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's a nice move. Ah, that's a beautiful, nice pump. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. That's it for that we have for today. Rennie, was there anything you wanted to close out on before we go?
No, that's basically it. Let's see if Bitcoin gets rejected here and is going for that blue level, 1 hour blue level, or it's starting to go above this pretty important level, this 101898 level. If it goes above that, then we probably see a higher high.
Continuation. Yeah. Watch my face get wrecked.
We see continuation.
No, I'm
Oh
just
wow!
joking.
I mean it.
No, I'm not short. I'm full disclosure. I am not short. Okay, and I don't intend to unless it becomes a little bit more obvious than now. But yeah, no, thanks again. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Thanks Andy. Thanks Rennie for the insights and the alpha as well as some news. And so tomorrow is another day. I think it finishes off the week. At least the traditional finance market closed off on Friday, but crypto doesn't slow down. We'll be here on the weekends. Just we'll be back on Monday though, following Friday. So yeah, that's our schedule. And yeah, so we'll be back again tomorrow. And take care, everybody. And if you want to join us for insights, we'll be in the Discord, so you can get our links at zazook.app. You can find us on Discord. You can also join our server. Oh wow, look at that. Isn't that sexy?
That's a 3-minute candle. That's just a 3-minute candle.
Oh, I just see a big fat red one.
Biz.
Sorry, I get distracted easily because I love looking at this stuff. So yeah, all right, take care everybody. We'll be back again, and yeah, join our server. We'll be talking insights and tips and all that. So take care everybody. See you guys tomorrow.
Happy